What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. After Sound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here on this channel as well as on Twitch, so make sure you come by and say hello. This video is also brought to you by my music, which is available anywhere you stream music under the name After Sound, and I do have a new song out recently called Dreamin', so check it out. Let me know what you think, and I appreciate the support. All right, guys, we have another land update from Cryptomancer for this past week. Keep in mind that we just had the 1.75 launch, so there wasn't much going on, but he did leave a couple bullet points, and then we're actually going to scroll down further in the chat because there was something after his pinned land update that I think might be of interest. Although it's left very mysterious, so we'll get to that in a minute. So here's this week's land update. Number 1, finished working on removing the 3-day land cooldown from season rentals when they expire at the end of season. Remove 3-day land cooldown from Rooney. Remove the remaining auto buy grain checkboxes from the 3 different locations on land screen. Made more detailed versions of forced harvest confirmation, prompt specific to what resources will be harvested, or to what resource will be harvested. Number 5, modified region select dropdown on trade hub swap and manage screens to show only regions with non-zero plot or resource, so including research balances. This will prevent irrelevant regions, those in which you no longer have any land assets, from cluttering up the dropdown. So that's actually great for quality of life. And then number 6, added a dollar value amount to the my contribution column on the pools list for both Trade Hub and Voucher Hub. And then I think let's just finish this. So since the 1.75 release, I've been spending time taking care of various small miscellaneous tasks while waiting for Yabamat to prepare an initial draft spec for research use cases. Once that spec is ready, I'll probably switch gears and start working on that. Items 1 through 4 already came out. Those came out on this week's release. And then items 5 and 6 should be going into QA testing soon and will be out in a future release. And then he provides a teaser screenshot of what this will look like. So it's just showing you the dollar amount. So this little green, the dollar amount in green, that's going to be added in. It's not currently there. Again, this is something small that shouldn't have held land back, but I'm glad that we're getting it now. So let's actually dive into some of the other messages. So let me go a little bit further down. And Cryptomancer here says a third type of card foil in addition to regular gold foils will be introduced in the next upcoming card set. So no details. Okay, so that wasn't the one. Then he talks about it's tough to come up with good use cases. He's talking about research. I don't want to suddenly see lots of random things being gated behind research, or it will just turn into the new voucher. I agree. All right, and we need sustained use cases with continuous demand. Otherwise, also like voucher, will struggle to provide sinks fast enough to deal with research inflation. It's important to remember that the primary use case remains advancing the secret of Praetoria project, and other things are mainly to fill the time and prevent runaway inflation until Land 2.0 eventually becomes a thing. It also has to kind of make sense, as you should need research to unlock an advance, like in the civilization tech tree. So that was one part of it. And again, I mean, this is all, I don't want to say basic stuff, but I agree with Cryptomancer on it. And then he dropped us with this a couple of hours later. So where is it at? Not this one. Let me find it. Okay, so here we go. He says, we just had an internal meeting to go over a draft spec for the first research use case. I'll be starting work on this immediately. I think you guys will be pleased. Can't share any details until I've gotten into the dev work and confirmed that it is doable in time for Conclave Arcana. We also need to get sign off from the creative team on it, as they will have a bunch of new art assets to produce. So if this is something that you're trying to do in time for Conclave Arcana, my guess, and this is pure speculation, I have not heard anything from anybody, my guess is that this is probably going to be wagon related, just because it was hinted at in the past. Now, a lot of people were kind of grumbling about wagons, wagons requiring like maintenance and upkeep. But I think if we do allow wagons to be, useful for land, that should be helpful in just maintaining land overall. Now, that takes away immediate utility from DEC, which I don't particularly care for, but we are trying to make a complex, sprawling ecosystem, and having things interplay with one another, I think is going to be good in the long run, meaning that I'm willing to forego a massive DEC, I don't know how massive it'd be, but a decent, DEC sink for something that will give utility to land and land holders, right? Land holders have been very patient, and I'm not even talking about myself. I'm not a big land holder, so doesn't affect me. But a lot of land holders out there have been patient, have been looking for ways to get land integrated into further parts of the game, and I think this will make a lot of sense and give it ongoing utility for the next, I don't know, we'll call it like 8 to 12 months, or however long the we'll say that like the next year or however long the Conclave Arcana wagons are. Now, again, that's all speculation. I don't know if that's actually the case, but only because he mentioned in time for Conclave Arcana, that is what would make sense. The only other thing that I would expect, simply because it was mentioned in the past, is revival potions, but my guess is that the team is still gathering data from a lot of the survival mode. We're only in the second season. We're about to finish up the second season. So I would think that they're probably still gathering data and haven't really dove into analysis of that yet. So maybe that'll be something that comes in afterwards. So that is all I have. Oh, actually, hold up. It could be something else for Conclave Arcana, not just the wagons. But since he was talking about the foil case earlier, that could be something as well, where if we do, you know what, I'm going to change my mind mid-video. Maybe it's not the wagons. Maybe it could be the potions for whatever that foil is, right? Just like we have alchemy potions for gold foil. If it ends up being that, then I can see that actually being a higher likelihood. It would be cool if we got both, but I don't know. I think at this point, just with the limited resources and the way Cryptomancer is talking about this, I think it'll be one or the other. Either the wagons, and now I'm actually kind of backing away from the wagons just because of how they were received, versus something like an additional utility for an exclusive foil, right? Diamond foil, platinum foil, whatever you want to call it. Something like that would be awesome. So that is all I have for you guys in this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Let me know your speculative ideas, and if you agree with mine or if you think that it could be something else. But otherwise, I'll catch you all in the next video and see you around the game. Take care.